Right, you've got a rant first, haven't you?
I have got a little rant, yes. Now, I know, obviously, this is in my own interest of why this rant is. But you would not believe, for saying I'm in a lockdown, how many people I know of that have bought motorhomes or are selling motorhomes to private individuals. So dealers aren't allowed to open or allowed to let anybody onto the site. Yet all the members of the public are just going from house to house to house, just going and viewing motorhomes because they can't get on the forecourts. Is it me, or is that a bit wrong?
I think it's a bit wrong, mate.
Yeah.
Because obviously you shouldn't be mixing households, really, should you?
No, not at all. There's a lot of people that we've spoke to that have said, "Oh, I've just got a couple of private buyers coming to see the motorhome this weekend or tonight or tomorrow or something like that." But it's not just a few; it's a lot.
Yeah.
So that's one rant. Well, that's my rant for tonight.
Yeah. Any news?
Yes. So we heard the news the other day that electric vehicles are to be introduced and diesels and petrols to be banned by 2030.
Right.
Now, me and Mark had a quick chat with this. I'm going to get Mark up on this, if he's ready.
Ready.
Yeah. So, electric vehicles, complications of the motorhome industry. So, on terms of motorhomes, and I'm sure it's the same with caravans, payload is one hell of a big stumbling block. Because, as you can imagine, everybody tries to keep the weight down, 3.5 ton, train weight or gross vehicle weight. And to give you an idea, I think how much did you say that the light or the average tow car weighs electric? Was it about 2.5?
Yeah, they're all getting on for like 2.5 ton, two-ish at an absolute minimum. But then you've got no range.
Yeah.
So it's
yeah. So we've got a tow car that's 2.5 ton. How many caravans are under a ton?
Hardly any. Yeah. Even if you used to go to the, let's say, a 2-ton one, if they brought something out, a lot of the bigger vans now, they're over 1,500 kilos anyway. So it's just going to restrict the market. Anybody that is coming into the market, you're not going to stand a chance. And then we actually looked at electric vehicles for ourselves. Towing, they'll give you a figure of 300 miles. You can do 300 miles on a full charge. It's down to like 70, 80 towing. Like, we are so far away. It's unreal. Yeah.
It's not just that, though, as well, Mark. It's the logistics behind it as well, isn't it? Every campsite's going to have who could put charging points.
Well, how's the infrastructure going to cope with trying to power everything, plus charge all the vehicles?
But even things like when you go to a service station, how do you fit a caravan in that? When you go and charge up? When
you're charging, yeah. In the charging bays, they're not set up for it, are they? Yeah.
No. So it'll be very interesting. The cars, either one or two things need to happen for me. Either the vehicles need to get lighter and better. You can't really afford to take much more weight off a caravan or motorhome, can you? Because otherwise, all of a sudden, you've got a bag of wind just being towed behind you.
Yeah. Yeah. Some are flimsy enough as it is.
That's right. Or they have to up the weight that people can drive. From 3.5 to 4, maybe. But yes, Lisa and Phil. It's never going to happen by 20.
Million miles away. Absolutely million miles away.
See, this is my theory. Could you imagine a block of flats and everybody coming home? How do they charge the vehicle?
Yeah.
A row of terraced houses. It's going to be like fighting for some bed, isn't it?
Well, you'd be tripping over the cable, wouldn't you, as you're walking down the path?
Yeah.
It's like, there's no chance.
And if it's not across the path and it's underneath the, how much digging do they have to do with the pavements?
Yeah.
It'll take some digging up to get there, won't it?
Have we actually got the power stations to generate all this extra electricity?
I don't think there's anywhere near enough at the minute, which is why they keep looking at wind farms out at sea and all the rest of it to try and get it somewhere near. And we are a million for an everyday vehicle for everybody. I don't even know how we can get the infrastructure in place, because if you imagine how many cars fill up at a petrol station, and then they're all pulling onto a service station. Every parking bay is going to have a charging point.
Yeah,
it's not going to happen.
And then you're also thinking about things like this. So if you go into a multi-story car park, which obviously there is a lot of. Let's say if you go to the Bullring in Birmingham and you've already got your Tesla charging points and everything like that, all of a sudden they are probably a foot, 2 foot thick. Let's say if they reduce them down to a foot, how many spaces do you lose?
Yeah.
Bearing in mind, there's more and more cars on the road every year.
Yeah. And then just to answer this question, the only car that is actually suitable as an all-round where you've got decent miles, it can tow pretty much anything, is the Tesla Model X, and you're over £100,000.
Yeah.
The other two, which is the Mercedes ECQ, I think it is, and the Audi e-tron, by the time you actually look at how far they can travel towing on a charge, you're less than 100 miles. So it's just...
Well, look at it the other way, though, isn't it? If you can't go away in your caravan or your motorhome, at least you can jump on a big jumbo jet and go away in that.
Yeah, but how long is that going to last for?
That's true. I mean, just to put it into another way or put it into another perspective, a Vauxhall Corsa now is just over £15,000 as basic. How much do you reckon the electric version is for the starter one?
I bet they're getting 36 grand.
Not quite that much. 26 grand, so 11 grand more for a Vauxhall Corsa than a standard.
It's a big difference, isn't it?
It's a big jump. Long way to go.
Anything else?
Yes, there is one. There's two, actually. I've got two bits in news. I'll just mark out for this. So the next one is, do we remember Danbury Camper vans?
Yeah.
I had that grey one, that 20 plate on the other day.
Yeah.
They've gone.
Oh.
Danbury are no longer.
Right.
I don't know what's happened to them. But all the factory and everything like that, everything that they had has disappeared. And a company called Vanworks, who are down in Weymouth, has taken them over. Or not taken them over, but he's taken the name over. Because Danbury's been around they've been around for a long, long time, haven't they?
Yeah.
A very long time.
Have they took the workshops over, or is it just
Nothing.
the name?
Just the name.
Just the name. So they right, okay.
Because they had a lot of stock lying around, obviously, that was not built or whatever, and a dealer just outside Nottingham or just inside Nottingham has bought the stock, the remainder of the stock, and they didn't want it.
Interesting.
Very interesting, I thought. I can't believe how you can go bust. The only reason if they have gone bust, the only reason I can think that you would wind down or not be able to operate like that anymore is if you just can't get hold of the vans to convert.
The thing is, Shane, when this lockdown came, the first one I'm talking about, there was probably a lot of companies who were close to going bump. And then all the grants and all the furlough and everything else has just postponed it. So you don't know the position that they were in before going into it. Had they overcommitted? You don't know, do you? No.
I mean, I'm sorry. I am speculating, saying that they could have gone that way. I really don't know what the answer is, but it's very interesting to see why. I'd love to know why they wound down, because it is such a big, recognisable company.
Yeah. Anything else?
Yeah, last one. Marquis have introduced a new range, which we can see on their website.
Yep.
They've gone back to white again.
Oh.
On the automatic chassis, exclusive to Marquis only.
Exclusive only to Marquis?
I believe so, which is rather interesting. I can't imagine many of it. Yeah.
There'll be a few dealers not happy there, won't there?
No, because automatics are generally hard to get hold of. I think they've only really introduced them this year. It'd be interesting to see what sort of stock levels they got in them, whether they're readily available or not. Well, yeah, if you look on Marcus's website, they're all over there. They're all advertised in white and in Fiat Auto.
Okay.
See how that reacts.
Dealer update.
Dealer update.
Dealer update.
Auto Trader.
You show me yours, or am I showing you mine?
Go on, you show me yours.
Right, okay, so we'll start with Auto Trader. So last week, there were 5382 vans on for sale. It's gone up by about 150 to 5533. Bearing in mind, at one point, it went down to 4,500, just below that. 4,100 of them, 4,132 are used, 1,401 are new, 399 are private, 5,134 are trade. So they're up between 100 and 120 in the different departments. So that's gone up.
Okay. Mark?
I'm keeping it a little bit simpler, me. Last week we're at 1,421 total touring caravans. This week we're up 22. So 1,443, that's combined used, new. So a little bit up. And again, we got some interesting some interesting information, didn't we, last week, from Auto Trader about how the market has gone, or availability has gone, over the last just over 12 months, really, 60 weeks, isn't it?
Why did you target Auto Trader, Mark?
They're not probably the biggest market. They are. They're actually 27 times more used than Caravan Finder. They're 18 times more used than Caravans for Sale, and 4 times more used than Gumtree. So I think it's the biggest platform that people tend to generally go for. That's probably the first choice is Auto Trader, and then they tend to go for.
I think, to be honest, with Auto Trader as well, I don't know about you, Mark, when you're advertising, I do find it's a better customer base than doing your eBays and everything else, isn't it?
Yeah, less messes.
eBay, you get a lot of messes. And I think Auto Trader, it's set up for it, isn't it? It's not a portal where you're trying to advertise everything else. You look at Gumtree, it's for everything, and then you'll get people that will find a caravan and go, oh, let's send an inquiry about that, and they've never even looked. Whereas Auto Trader, you've got to have gone to Auto Trader specifically and have looked for either a caravan or motorhome. If you've gone onto that platform, you've not just stumbled upon it looking at a pair of jeans or something like that, have you, on eBay? So that's why we've been using Auto Trader. It's the better platform, I believe, than anything else there, and it gives us a true value, really, on the figures.
So what have you got for us then? Let's have a look.
Figures wise, still, or
Auto Trader?
Well, let's find it. So I'm sorry, I can't find it. So this is the graph for the last 60 weeks. The top line, which is the blue, forget about the red that you can just sort of see of, that's more dealers. The actual blue line at the very top, that's Motorhomes. So if we go all the way back, that's from 23rd of the 9th, 19, and then right up to the 2nd of the 11th, 20 now. So you can sort of see up until about June where stock levels were, and obviously since we all opened back up, it's absolutely plummeted. So that just gives you an idea of how the market has gone since we come out of lockdown, the first lockdown this is, and stock has roughly halved. And again, same for the caravans. The green line is the caravans. We're just around about 2,800 as a high, and we're down to sort of 1,400 now. So again, it's pretty much halved. And then actually year on year, there's 58% more people looking for stock in October this year than there was last year. So that sort of, we've got less stock and we've got 58% more people looking for it.
That motorhome graph's a massive drop.
Massive,
there, Mark,
yeah, absolutely huge.
And I think you can see where it's starting to go up. I think that's probably a false reading. I think that's probably new stock coming onto the market.
Yes, yeah.
What I mean by 2021 stock.
Yeah, they've been sort of announced from the factory, and then dealers have started to advertise it for sale, and that's what you can see, that big upturn there. And again, similar, not quite as big with the caravans, but it's just taken a bit of an upturn now. So
yeah. Very good. I'm just slowly laughing at these comments. Next slide, please.
So, dealer stocks then, Shane.
Yeah, okay, so dealer stocks.
Stay indoors.
I'll hand you over to Shane, and he'll answer any questions you may have.
Oh, dear. Okay, so Marquis, they've jumped up. They've gone from 130 to 138 across 13 branches. So that's just over 10 motorhomes, used motorhomes per branch, which is absolutely amazing for a company that size. Brownhill's one of the biggest dealers in the country. They've got 18 used motorhomes in stock. Spinney, I know I asked you this last week, Mark. Was it 3 depots, Spinney?
2.
They've got 17 per branch, 34 in stock, and Wellsbridge, who are probably doing one of the best with 37, but they're probably a third down from what they should have.
So it sounds like Wellsbridge are buying a bit of stock now.
Yeah, sounds like they're the only ones that are getting a bit of success. I mean, for Brownhills to jump up 8 in a week in a lockdown is quite impressive. Sorry, Marquis. You just think they'll be trying to buy as many as they can this time of year. Because it's only going to go again come the new year, isn't it?
It's all going to
happen, and that's not long away. And that's not long away now.
Caravans, Mark.
So caravans and motorhomes, which is Swindon, Oxford, and Reading. Just on the used caravans, we're exactly the same as what we were. We've got 47 across the 3, so we're about 15 each. Spinney on the caravan side, we're down to 28, so 4 down, so they've got about 14 per dealer. And then the caravan company, which is just used, we're actually 1 up across the 2 depots. So they're 163 that they've actually got advertised. There's a lot on there that's sold there. So right. Not a lot of change on the caravan side.
Pretty stagnant now, isn't it?
Yeah.
Go on, Mark.
We've found that there's actually more private caravans out there being advertised, but we're just not being able to buy the stuff because people private are asking as much, if not more, than what we're asking for. So it's a strange old time.
Yeah, I'm just getting the results in from Scotland as well, and they haven't got any.
No, same up there. How about Wales?
I mean, just to go on to what David Morrison has said here, seen a 15-plate Benimar Melio 201 horse trader, 43k, only 2k less than they were new. Don't know how it's possible, but I'll probably say the price has gone up this month.
Yeah.
Because everybody's forcing themselves to buy to stock up for next year. Slight thing on the Benimars, however, if you're going to buy a brand new one now, you're talking about 10 grand more than they were in 2015, or from 10 grand more. So that's a bit why they hold the value so well. Yeah.
How far can they keep going?
What, up in price? I think they go up 3 grand a year, personally. They seem to.
It's only with Brexit as well. It's only going to get worse now, isn't it? Price of parts are only going to go up. Anything that's coming from Europe, the cost of the parts and what have you is only going to go one way, isn't it? So
yeah.
Spinney actually have 3 branches: Silverdale, Cheshire, and Wales.
Ah, right.
Mark.
Thought it was 2. Have they do caravans on all 3? I could only find 2 for caravans.
I don't know.
Might have been me half asleep looking, to be fair.
Right, we're done there, aren't we?